really, really dope. But we got to get our guy, Eric, I was going to cuss right now, Erick The Architect in the
Can we curse?
house. You can curse?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, we're going to start this like I started everybody by giving them an album. I brought this album for you, Man with the Iron Fist by RZA. The reason I brought this was because I think it's very symbolic of artists to be able to create more than music. RZA created a movie, created an album around it, and then I turned it around and I said, oh, shoot, our guy's on track 9, just blowing in the wind.
That's a fact.
So I wanted to give this to you because I think you're more than just a producer, more than just a rapper. I think you're I know you're an all-around artist, and I could see you one day getting to the point where you got a movie out with the soundtrack that you scored, and you're putting another artist on who I will be interviewing a few years later. So that's why I wanted to give that to you.
That's a lot. That's a lot that you mentioned, but thank you for saying that. And I definitely love movies. I love the RZA, and maybe one day, that's actually a goal of mine, to produce something on film and score it. So
I had a feeling, and that's why I wanted to give you that, because I can't wait for your Man with Iron Fist to come out.
That's a fact.
I know Silva got some great questions for you.
I do. We're with the man, the myth, the legend, Erick The Architect.
What's
We
going
know
down?
you from Flatbush Zombies, and your EP, Future Proof, is such kind of like it's almost like a cadence from what we're usually used to with you, and I almost feel like it's almost like this emotional cleansing. Can you tell us more about what went into making that EP?
I think a lot of it was recorded at the very beginning of the pandemic, and I don't know. I think a lot of people were really upset and frustrated at not only the pandemic, but there was a lot of like the riots and what happened with George Floyd and amongst all the tragic things that transpired in 2020, right? And I just felt like there's no reason for me to talk about the club or cars or any of that shit. And I know that maybe if I didn't, people would just forget, and go back to normal when things are quote-unquote normal. But I wanted to do something that was like a time capsule. And I don't know, it just felt genuine to me. And I thought for me to tell my story and be transparent with the audience that's willing to hear it, then that was the ultimate goal. And to future-proof yourself, most of the time I heard it with technology, like buy a computer and future-proof yourself for the next 5 years. And I was like, well, we need to do that too. As people, as our vessel, as our mind, as our body, how are we going to future-proof ourselves so that if something like this does happen again, we'll be prepared. And we have the right equipment, the right knowledge and the right mindset, more than just being like, I'm going to go to the doctor or I'm going to call someone. I'm like, well, all those things change. The relationship you have with people is completely different now. It's just awkward, So I wanted to make something that was like part of that, but also just my interpretation of what I've been through to make someone say, damn, I thought I was the only person that felt like that about some of these issues, You're not alone, so.
That's really beautiful. As a listener, you cleanse my emotional palate so good. My one?
I wanted when I played Future Proof EP, I honestly thought I played the wrong album. Because, they were like, we got Erick The Architect coming on. I was like a hype, big fan of Flatbush.
But
from the first time I heard Flatbush Zombies, ASAP Mob, Kill Switch, I'm going to get in any problem. I was like, yo, these dudes are crazy.
You need to put out music.
Bro, I used to put out music, and
See how I knew that?
People like you are so dope.
See?
But man, Future Proof is so much different than Flatbush that I'm not exaggerating. I went to my phone while I was driving. I shouldn't be on the phone, but I said, this isn't the right album. And I played it again, and I was like, oh, this is the right album. Why is the sound so different, and what made you want to go in a different artistic direction?
I think this is the first time I worked on something that I didn't produce. So, I work with Lyndon J. From the UK.
So she produces.
Well, he.
He. I'm so sorry. It sounded like a she. My
it's
bad.
Cool. It's cool.
Okay, so you didn't produce this one.
Yeah, it's the first time ever, really. Yeah.
Because you did all of Flatbush's albums. I think you did every track but one or two on Vacation Like Hell, right? You did 2 of those, if I'm correct?
I can't even remember which one they are.
Damn, you busy. You can't remember. If I put an album out, I know exactly.
It's the mixtapes, Better Off Dead, Drugs, all those stuff is all my beats, With this, I wanted to focus on what I was saying. And I think as a producer, you're allowed to help people create their vision, right? And like whatever it is that's on their mind, you're responsible for the canvas that they're using, you know? But sometimes the writing part takes a back seat, you know, and then you get labeled as like a producer rapper or whatever. So I was like, all right, somebody else gonna produce it, and I'm gonna curate the sound, but I'm gonna have someone else illustrate what it is I got in my mind. And then I could focus on every single word, you know, and it was hard to do that, making the beats and focus on every single word like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's crazy. I didn't know he didn't produce the album.
But that says a lot, though. That means you thought I could do that kind of production.
I really thought,
crazy.
like, I was like, yo, this dude, I mean, you are a mad genius. Do not get it confused. This dude's a genius. But I really thought you, like, went into this Robert Glasper, like, closet of yours and, like, came out with this live instrumentation, electric piano, but you did. So you linked with another producer.
Right.
What an amazing thing. What an amazing. I'm excited to see him perform. Do you got anything else for him?
I do. Just because I know you play multiple instruments and you're able to set the vibe on so many different levels, what is kind of like your go-to favorite song if it's like a gray, rainy day and you're just chilling at home? What's the first thing you put on?
The Stranger by Billie Joel.
What an answer.
Yeah, that's the one, man. I'm a huge Billie Joel fan, man.
I love that.
Yeah, I love Billie Joel.
That. I would have to say Blue Train by John Coltrane.
Oh, come on. Come on.
But The Stranger, let us...
What's yours?
My answer is Can't Lose by Erick The Architect. That is my jam. I can't lose, gonna win that. Man, can we see you on stage?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's go.
I hope you guys are ready. We got Erick The Architect's gonna hit the stage. Erick, you go hit the stage. I'm gonna get here and get ready mentally and spiritually.
Much love.
Thank you so much, my man.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. For sure.
My man.
Let's do it. Thanks for this too.
Hey, that is yours to
It's cool
keep.
as shit, man.
Hey, if you guys have not heard Future Proof EP, when should they listen to it? Like,
Right after this performance.
yeah, I was gonna say like yesterday.
Yesterday.
Like they should have heard the project like yesterday. You can get
That's
the
a
stage,
fact.
my man.
I'm ready to go?
Yeah, you ready to go?
Let's
Come
go.
on, Erick. We're waiting for you to hit the stage. We got
Let's
people.
go.
We got kids at home crying, wondering where. Oh man.